directors, examiners, supervisors, and all the audience in class. So today, I'm really happy to come in here to presentations related to taking practicum. So in my group, there are 5 members, but 1 are absent today. So my name is Ranchai.
My name is Sophia.
My name is Sarun.
And we will responsible for 5 points. And the first one, introduction, is response by Mr. Saksarun. And the second point, lesson plan, is responsible by Mr. Hontinas. The third point, classroom management, is responsible by Ms. Soksapip. The fourth point, methodology, is responsible by me, and conclusion also will respond by me. So now let Mr. Saksarun start to presentations related to the introduction. So thank you.
So again, I would like to say hi respect to my dean and school director, examiner, and all audience. And I am Sarun. So I'm responsible for introduction. So first, I would like to tell about our content. So our content, there are five main points. So number 1 is introduction, and number 2 is lesson plan. Number 3 is classroom management. Number 4, methodology, or we can say teaching methodology. Number 5, conclusion. So go to the introduction. So there are five subjects in year 4 that we have learned. So number 1 is teaching methodology, and number 2, apply linguistics. Number 3 is foundation of education. Number 4, translation and interpreting. And number 5 is methodology. So I will go in detail a little bit about each subject. So go to the teaching methodologies. There are 2 points in the teaching methodology, such as lesson plan, teaching method, test development, curriculum, and curriculum issue, course syllabus, and classroom management. So this is the main point in teaching methodology. So go to the apply linguistics. So apply linguistics, there are some main points that we learn about apply linguistics, and I would like you to know as well. So number 1 is about consists many topic items such as language, learning, and teaching. And number 2 or second point is about different approach in language teaching. And the last one is linguistic research. So 3 of these talking about the applied linguistics. So go to the next point is about foundation of education. So foundation of education, they are such as knowledge, skill, habit, attitude, and value. So this is some point that we learn from the foundation of education. So go to the next is about translation and interpreting. So translation and interpreting, there are 2 in this one. So number 1 is about what is translation, and number 2, what is interpreting. So foundations, translations, there are there are 2 kinds of translations. So number 1 such as human translation, and or we can say human access translation. Number 2 is about interpreting. Interpreting, there are 5 kinds of interpreting, such as whisper interpreting, liaisons interpreting, consecutive interpreting, and communityness interpreting, and relay interpreting. So go to the next is about the research methodology. So what is research methodology and why do we research? So our group member will detail about this. And the last is about the object of the teaching practicum. So the goal is to put the theory into real practice, and next is to become accustomed to teaching in a real classroom setting. And the last is to develop and expand as friendly teaching expertise and confidence. So all of this, I just want to let you know the basic of about the introduction. So there are 5 subjects that we learned from year 4. So our group member will give you more detail about the X subject. So now my point is finished. So please continue with my group member, Mr. Dina. So please welcome him.
Firstly, I would like to show my respect to the vice director, the dean, the supervisor, and also the audience who joined here. And I just want about the lesson plan. Lesson plan have some point that is described by lesson plan. The first, what is lesson plan? Second, why do we need lesson plan? And kind of lesson plan. And PP or PPL, P or S or P or L. Okay, with detail about this meaning or this meaning. What is lesson plan? Lesson plan is the plan that we set before to teach the student, and it also guides us the way how to teach. Okay, the second, why do we need lesson plan? The lesson plan is very important for the teacher to teach the student. The meaning is similar to the first one because the lesson plan can guide us, can guide the teacher to teach the student. Like before we teach, we can easy to manage the student or manage the class is to be well. And kind of lesson plan. Okay, I will detail more about kind of lesson plan. Before the understanding about lesson plan, before teaching practice, during teaching practice, after teaching practice. Okay, the first, before teaching practice, so this is before teaching practice, we have to set the plan to teach the student, like lesson plan, and manage the class before start teaching the student, and set the rule that let the student follow about our rule in class. And during teaching practice, we have to go into the lesson that we let the student pay attention to the teacher during the teacher is teaching. Like let them sit properly and look at the teacher to explain about lesson clearly and more detail about something that the student don't know or don't understand clearly. And after teaching practice, we can survey the student, which student that do not understand clearly, or which points that the students are not clear or not understand, and then we can find a way to explain or more detail, or we can also let the student work in group or come to the whiteboard or practice on the whiteboard or also in group. Okay, the next slide. Okay, finish my point, so move to my group member to talk or to present about classroom management.
First, I would like to say good morning to my administrator, dean, supervisor, examiner, and all the in here. So for my friend, sorry, my name is here. I respond the classroom management. What is classroom management? Classroom management is the way of organizing the resource that students have so that the teaching and learning process in the and useful and the safe manner. After I teaching practicum, I have some point that the first point was I have goal point. In the goal point, using by what? About this point, I always divide two parts. I write that, and then I write the title of the lesson. Sometimes I write the question or answer right by my hand so clearly, so make the student can see instruction on the whiteboard that I write. About point chair arrangement and repair. This one I come early in the classroom, so I have to see and how well organize or sit and chair in the classroom. And about the web repair. Web repair, I repair about document and the worksheet and the material that I teach to students in the class. About the confidence. My confidence, I have confidence to take because I have well prepared the lesson plan when I taught all the students in the classroom. And about the eye contact and the gesture. While I'm teaching, I look at all the students in the classroom during all the students doing the lesson or discussion group or write something in the classroom. And gesture, I always perform any activity to make students interested in my lesson. Move to be improved, I have the 2 point also, lack of time management and voice. Lack of time management. This point I could not control the time because I spend my time on attendance, taking to all students, and focus on the student's career. And about the voice. The voice, this point I was like tone of voice when I taught, so some students sit on the bed and the bed can hear me clearly my speaking. Okay, move the third resolution of the problem. I have there 2 points, time arrangement and voice control. That I will resolution. Time arrangement. Time arrangement, after I got a mistake on the time management for the teaching, I hope to my knowledge the time well prepare it well than this. about the voice control. Voice control, we speak more loudly and clear instructions to our students. So, finally, classroom management is the most important for all the teachers. That teachers should be manage the class strictly before, during, and finish the classroom. Because when we always start, we always have some problem with the classroom. We always have the problem. So we should to solve the problem in the classroom with the student. So my point finished. So thank you so much for listening my presentation. So now let's to the micro member, Mr. Imanchai will be responsible the next point. Thank you.
So again, at first I would like to pay respect to the vice rectors, deans, examiners, supervisors, and all the auditors. So my name is Manchai. I'm responsible about the methodology. So what is methodology? Methodology is the technique, is the theoretical methods, theoretical system of the methods to apply on the studying, to apply on the studying and teaching. So for this point, there are two approaches to touch the student in the class. So the first one, student-centered approach. So what is student-centered approach? Student-centered approach means that the student active in the class. So it means that pair work, group work, and presentations. So there are many activities in the class. It's up to the teacher give the students instruction. So the advantage of the student-centered approach is mean that to make the student increase the knowledge by thinking, by sharing their ideas. So mean that the student can get many information about the point that the teacher give them. Yes. So the disadvantage of the student-centered approach means that the student difficult to research from the internet, from other websites. So move to another point, related to teacher-centered approach that we call TTT. What is teacher-centered approach? Teacher-centered approach means that student passive in the class. So there are 3 points in this. Explain the students, ask the student questions, control the student. So it means that the teacher active in the class. It means that the teacher explain, give the instruction to the students. So actually, when I teach, I am a teacher. So I give the instruction to the student that. So what is point? For example, if I teach on the grammar, so I give instruction about the grammar points, give the example and divide. So this is the active of the teacher in the class. So it means that the student just only listens and try to understand about whatever the teacher taught. So for this point, the teacher-centered approach have advantage also, because when the teachers taught in the student, explain the student, to increase the student knowledge. but it has many disadvantages also, because when the teachers taught the students, it meant that the teachers could not know about the student ability. So it's better as I teach. It means I use the student-centered approach much more than teacher-centered approach. So I give the student to work in pair, to challenge, to try to discuss about the question that I gave them. So this is for the methodology about the activity and TTT. So now move to the next slide. So techniques to elicit vocabulary. And actually for this, it means that this is the technique to show about the new vocab. So there are many techniques to show, to explain the student about the vocabulary. And actually for the first picture that showing to the student about the picture, explain about the words that the student don't know. Try to explain by picture. So the second is rehearsing. So when the teacher give instruction to the student by the rehearsing, the real situation. For third, mind, body language. So it means that, for example, what is it? This is the gesture to talk about the word, the new words. Fourth, translations. Translation using by computer or smartphone, something that ask the teacher. And fifth, explanations. Then the teacher gave instruction, gave the definition by explain the definition to the students. Example, yes, the teacher showing about the new vocab by give the example to the students. Synonyms. Football, soccer, it's with the same image. Opposite. It means that the contrast of the words that the teachers give instruction to the students. So as I'm a teacher, I feel much more by the translation. So I have a computer to translate the words yet to show the students. So this is the technique of elicit vocabularies. So now move to the next slide. So about the conclusions. So about the conclusions, as all my group members explained already about the introductions, classroom requirements, lesson plan, and classroom requirement, lesson plan, and methodology. So for that point, it's help many important points, yes, to give you, to make you increase the knowledge. As you are a teacher, you have to go to classroom management. You have to work prepare on the lesson plan. You have to you have to have the goal technique to take the student. So this is important to all the students that study in the English literature. So for introductions, there are 5 subjects that study in the year 4 semester 1. Also the 4 subjects in semester 2. So for that subject, it helps many advantage to the student to understand how to recognize the lessons, how to take the students, how to explain the students. So this is the combinations of that point. So after we are taking practicum, we get many points we get many advantage for us. Also, we manage our classroom effectively. So before we are going to teach, before we are going to teaching practicums, we could not control the classroom effectively. So after that, we manage our classroom effectively. So for the second point, control the classroom well and give the instruction. So this means that after we get the experience from the teaching practicums, we know many things about some good point, some point to improve, and we have to resolve it better and better. So for the next, apply methods how to teaching like English to the real classroom appropriately. In actually, before we are going to teach in the teaching practicum, we are really to prepare well. So in this experience, we get it and we know how to teach, how to prepare. So this is the advantage of us to get it. So for this point is finished. So let's move to another point. Suggestion and recommendation. So the group leader. Also the combination of the group member ideas. So we are really support to this teaching practicum. The school should keep teaching practice for the next generations. We would like to suggest the school should be with more teaching practicum. So in conclusion, this means that the teaching practicum is really important to us to get the knowledge, to get the skill of as the good teacher. So thank you for my time.
Yes, sure. Also, I thank you for your presentation, and also how you finished your presentation. I have a lot of concern about your presentation, and I would like to take the opportunity to have a question to you. And first, before I have a question, I would like to pay respect for the teacher and for everyone here. And the first one, I would be like to ask Brother Sauron that presentation, the first point that talk about introduction. Yeah. And as you mentioned at the moment, at some point I'm not like clear about your explanation. I wonder if you could like more detail about the each subject, especially like for my idea, I want you to like more detail all the subjects.
Okay, so thank you for the question. Actually, for the introduction, I just introduce you the main point in the subject, because of our group member respond they already detail about the subject already. So I just respond by just some point in the subject. So as you know, that Mr. Van Chai just give conclusion. So we detail one more time about the subject already. Yes. But I can tell you more about in the introduction, there are important the importance of the 5 subjects in year 4. So it means teaching methodology that Mr. Van Chai just only mentioned, and apply linguistics. Also, I told you the main point about the apply linguistics, and yes. So apply linguistics and foundation of education, and translation, interpreting, and research methodology. So go to this one, the teaching methodology. So this is the main point that we learn Yeah, from teaching methodology. So it's like the teaching method. So this is the method that there are many points in that each main point. So like I can tell you this because we have another member that detail about this. And test development and curriculum issue, course syllabus and classroom management. So all of this part are the main point that we learn from teaching methodology. So because of our group member detail about those in the next, so I just want to tell you about just only the point. Okay. So about the applied linguistics, I just tell you pick 3 points from applied linguistics to tell you about this. So the consists many topic items such as language learning and teaching, and the second is different approach in language teaching and linguistic research. So this is some part that is very important in applied linguistics. And go to the foundation of education, such as skill, knowledge skill, and attitude and value. And another one is okay. So this is some part of the education that we learn. This is the main point that we learn from the foundation of education. And about the translation and interpreting. So there are 2 that we learn from this course, like what is translation and what is interpreting. So as like I said, that for the translation, I just want to let you know about the two type of translation, like human assist translation and computer assist translation. And for the interpreting, as like I tell you that there are 5 kind of interpreting, such as liaison, delay, liaison interpreting, delay interpreting, whisper interpreting, consecutive interpreting, and continuous interpreting. So this the type that some main point that we learn from this course. And about the research methodology, like what is research methodology and why do we need to research? So this also I will remember detail. Yes. So thank you for your question.
Yes. I have some questions to ask you, and thank you for your presentation, right? Yes. And for my question, I would like to ask you related with classroom English. For example, if you teach a lot of students, what should you do? And what kind of lesson plan will you apply when you teach a lot of students, along all level of students? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question. If I take a lot of students in the class, I will prepare the chair and like the full slide. Yes, and about the lesson plan. Lesson plan I will prepare on the 4 lower level and the higher level different, and text them sometimes for lower level and the higher level. I will write 2 parts on the whiteboard for down level, and I explain one by one to level. Yeah, explain.
Yes, thank you. And right now I have one more question to ask you more. Yes, so related with the lesson plan again, right? Yes. If I want you to teach like reading and speaking, what kind of lesson plan will you teach or apply to the student?
Okay, actually have two parts of lesson plan. The first part is PPP or PPL, and another part P or S. Yes. So the first point that can yes actually we have the first PPP. We talk about the practice review production, that we talk about the vocab or pronunciation. Yes, and one more P or S, if we talk about practice review skill, and this second point is talk about the reading, writing, listening or skill. So we have to divide two parts, different each other to teach the students. So it means the way how to teach properly or smoothly forward.
Yes, and we have to ask them more. And Mr. Lina, could you tell me about the step? The stage of lesson plan in PRS. How many steps are there?
Actually, have 5 stages in the column in here, but my group member forgot to set in the computer or in the slide. Yeah.
So what are they?
Yeah. So can I? Can I change this way format? Let me change format this way.
So let me to add my idea to lesson plan about the 5 steps of lesson plan that you asked about the PLS. So there are 5 steps, and the first one lesson opener. The second point is the warm up. The third point is the pre-tasks. The fourth point is the math tasks. The fourth point is the post task, and the last point is the lesson system.
Yes, thank you.
So I ask one more question. For example, today you said the lesson plan. You said complete all for one lesson to provide your lesson to your student. But as you know, in the class, most of the students they didn't come from the same background. So some student can type your lesson, and some student, if you just follow your or something like that a low level, so they can't type your lesson. So how could you do that, and how you to deal face with this student?
Okay, let me have for this point. So, according to your question, so how can we have the student who are different level class? So, according to your lesson plan, so our lesson plan, so we said already, so we cannot change it because of we already said, and we for our student the question we have different level mixing. So as we are a teacher, we can know clearly about our student who are high level, who are medium, and who are low level. So we can help for the lower level. We pay attention more to the lower level, or we can give give more help to the lower level to develop them to be better as or we can use another technique that we can let the low level to sit near the higher student level in order to let the higher student level to help with the low level in order to let the process of our teaching or help the student to be better in the same way. Yes.
Okay, let me answer the question that this student asked at the moment. Because now yeah, I want to detail more. Yes, one by one. Yes. PPP have 5 main points, such as lesson opener, warm up, presentation stage, practice stage, lesson closer, and POS have 6 main points. Have lesson plan opener, warm up, restart, main start, closer, and lesson closer. So I will tell one by one about each point. Okay. Lesson opener, it means when the teacher start come into the class, we have to say to hello all the student or say to the student that have learned about previous lesson, previous day or previous lesson or previous week. Example, teacher present or detail to the student to understand about the lesson. Yes, in practice stage, we have to let the student come to the whiteboard or stay in the seat and then practice. Example, let student work in group or do exercise to practice the pattern that related to the lesson. And lesson closer, it means the teacher have to teach the end of the lesson or have to finish the lesson on time. And then the teacher can give the student to do homework at home to practice more about lesson and can knowledge more better and better. Okay, the P or S. P or S, it means talk about the skill, such as listening, writing, reading, or speaking. Yes. And these have 6 points, the 6 main points, such as lesson opener, the same, the second, the same, the first one, and warm up the same, but pre-task. Pre-task, the teacher have to know about the lesson before teach the student, know clearly, because some students do not understand or not clear about the lesson, so the teacher has to know clearly. So if the teacher not know clearly, cannot teach the student to make sure to understand the lesson. Okay, the pre-task. Pre-task, we have to go into the class, we have to go into the lesson that we are teaching, or yes. And the post-task, we have to summarize the lesson that the student learned today, have learned today. Yes. That which point that they don't know, which point that they don't understand. So we have to have the student to understand clearly. And the lesson closer, it means the same, the first. We have to finish the lesson and let the student do homework at home to try their best to improve the language or the knowledge more forward. Yeah, thank you for the question.